Morning, everyone. How are you today? It is Monday, April 6th, 2020. Today's agenda, I want to talk to you about a few things that keep popping up in my remind, and then I'm going to set you free to spend about 25-35 minutes on the station of your choice. So as I go through the stations, I'm going to tell you some of the things that I'm getting questions about. All right, so the first station is Newsy LA. Number one, first and foremost, and I've said it several times, we have to really use the link in Clever. So you go to Clever, go to the link right here, and just go in. It's going to just take you there. There's no sign in. Okay, it's just going to open it up and put you there. Once you're there, you need to let me move me out of the way if I can. Go to the binder. When you open up the binder and the assignments, these are the two assignments, okay? So two things are happening. People are just going to Newsy LA and creating logins. I can't find you there. You're not associated with our class. So you have to go to Clever and it will put you automatically into your class, okay? So please, just go use the link. Then you're going to click on the assignments. If you have not done an assignment in Newsy LA yet, start here. This is kind of a diagnostic assignment. Out of 102 students, you can see 67 of you have viewed things. That's not bad. So make sure that we're getting right in there. After that, you need to do 3 articles from this one. This is point of view. And I chose this because I wasn't sure if we were going to come back in time for the New York State test. And part of the New York State test is point of view. And it's not always what we think it is. Okay. So make sure that you are getting that done. And next on the list is Common Lit. Same issue. Stop going in and making new logins. When you forgot your password, there's a thing, forgot your password. Your email address, and I've said this over and over again, should have been your SESD email address and password. So that's what you should be using as your username and things. If you have not, please let me know. I'll try to figure it out. But part of the issue is we're going to different classes. And now I've got, people all over the place. So we have to be mindful of that, okay? And once you're here, make sure that you are answering your questions and you're reading the articles and answering. One of the questions on Common Lit is, does everything have to be a CER? No, but you have to pay attention to the prompt. If the prompt says, use your own words, then no, that's not a CER. That's your words. That's you showing me that you have understood this article and you're just responding to the prompt. However, if the question or prompt asks you for evidence, if it asks you for evidence, you have to provide evidence, okay? And that's a CER. So you make a claim, and usually it's 2 pieces of evidence, and then reason, why did your evidence support your claim, okay? So please make sure that you're doing that. I really need you, especially in the Common Lit, because that does have a lot of question answers, or your writing questions is what I'm trying to say. This is like the 3rd time I've had to record this because my video or my recording keeps coming out. Go back to Newsy LA. Here's what I'm seeing happening. Now, I'm not going to pull up my grade book because for obvious reasons, there are people, you guys have been getting graded in there, but you're spending less than 5 minutes on an article. I've had some people, it says less than 30 seconds. So that tells me you're just opening and you're just clicking anything just to get it done. That's not quality work. It is not. So what I've decided to do at this point, I'll give you credit for opening it up. But as we go further into either this distance learning or we start coming back to school, these articles are going to be actually graded. So if you get a 25 on an article, that's your grade. And it's 25 out of 100. Okay? So I need you to stop and really pay attention to what you are reading. They're not long articles. Literally should take you maybe 2 to 5 minutes to read and then get into responding. But the response, you have to go back into that article, because if you're just trying to do it off of memory, half the time you're going to get it wrong. Okay? So please don't insult your own intelligence by just opening something and just clicking through it. That's not quality work. You're not giving me quality work. Okay? So I really don't know how to even get you to really understand how important this is, because what happens is you transfer that into your state test, and then you think, I don't want to do this. I don't want to read. So I'm just going to answer anything. You're not giving off a good impression of what you can actually do. All right? So you are really short shifting yourself. Okay. So I have a list of things that, okay, I've done that. Okay, so let's get to Canvas. So there's a couple things going on Canvas that people are having an issue with. Number one, I want you to notice that I did put due dates on things. They have due dates, okay? Even if it's late, still get it done, okay? I was learning how to set up Canvas, so it was suggested that we go ahead and do that. So that's what I did. I put in the due dates, but I kept them open so you can still complete the assignment. Okay. Now we are right here now. You should have read The Jungle. The Jungle is right there on the page. You really don't even have to link to anything. Just make sure you're answering all of the questions and doing exactly what it asks you to do. We're not following instructions, okay? So please make sure you're following instructions. Fever 1793. So the issue with Fever 1793 is that people are saying they can't open the link. You can't. It's not a link to open. It's a link to download, okay? And I think I made that, I said that a few days back. But if you go here, the read aloud, you don't have to do that unless you need that done. But if you click here, let's see if I can get it to do, yep. It's going to come up with this screen. So you want to make sure, A, you're remembering where your computer is putting the document. So this is where my computer is putting the document. I would write that down. Go ahead and write that down. Not what's showing on my screen, of course, but what goes on yours. Write it down so you remember how to get back to that document. Click Save. Now, when you do this, if you have a regular PC and not because I don't know how Apple products work, usually this is what happens. Look down in the lower left-hand corner, and you can open it where the click is. That's where the link is. That's how you open it. Okay, and now I've directed you to chapter 8, I believe, which I believe is on page 28. Just type it in, click enter, and there it is. Okay, so I picked this chapter for a reason, and it's really this list here because it's all the things they had to do during that yellow fever, and I wanted you to compare that. Okay. Now, the next part is going back to the assignments. Make sure you're answering all the questions on your CER. Very important, okay? Coming up with the excuse, well, I couldn't open the document. You can open it. You're just not taking the extra step to open it. All right. The next one is the Syracuse and Spanish flu. And the Syracuse and Spanish flu, let's fix that. I don't know why that's down there, is a discussion that you're having with each other. Okay? Right. And in a discussion, you can't just say, because part of the discussion is that you have to respond to at least 2 other people. And if no one else has responded yet, your job is to go back and see if other people have responded at some point for you to get the extra points. Okay? So you're watching the video, you are reading the newspaper articles, you are answering these questions. Okay? When you respond to somebody, you can't just say agree. That's not a point. That really isn't. You need to use one of the accountable talk stems in your response. So if you agree with somebody, you say, I agree with you because, and tell why you agree with them. I think the same way. We are in a pandemic. People aren't paying attention. They're not taking it seriously. Anything that you agree, make it work. Make it a sentence. Disagree? I disagree with you because people are staying inside. Okay. Clarification. Could you explain a little bit more why you think that? And then use these discussion accountable talk stems in your response.